Hey, those were at Tennessee Homestead. Yes, yeah, I did that first church just to mess you up. Yeah. How are you, folks? Uh, getting a little cold, starting to see the breath. It was nice today. It's up in the 50s. Not so much now. Uh, hey, this little barn chat, garage chat, uh, today's going to have a little of it all. Got a little information for the Generation Snowflake out there. Yeah, they're still running amok, aren't they? Wow. And dog owners. And some other generalities that thought I'd share with you. Uh, Start with let's get Generation Snowflake out of the way. Uh, this is really those little children out there stomping their feet and having a tantrum. Um, I know you've been told this by your college professors and by a lot of our politicians and also by the media that we're democracy. Uh, it's going to rock your world. Your founding fathers of this country gave you a constitutional republic. It's tigers and bears. They thought a democracy was mob rule. Okay? See, they had big cities in the day too. And they understood that these big cities is where the bulk of the population is. But there was also a large population centers out away from these big cities. Okay? Now, all that being said, that's the reason they put in the Electoral College, so that the smaller states and rural areas were not disenfranchised out of the political process of this country. Yeah? It's there for a reason. More than just, that's all you ever hear. Oh, for tyrants. Just because one person said that doesn't make it the final word, folks. It was really to make sure that each state, their people, could elect and have a votes based on population for a president. Pretty simple. Now, all you're hearing, well, every time Democrats lose an election, it's, oh, we had the popular vote. Yeah, you did. Uh, the large urban areas, Miami, even though theirs didn't count because the rest of the state canceled it out. New York, San Francisco, Seattle, LA, Las Vegas. Okay, imagine poor old Nevada, a very conservative state. Most areas of that state is very conservative. And then there comes Las Vegas. Okay, uh, and it goes blue. So what you kids need to do is you need to look at the whole map and see how much red and blue there is. Okay, yeah, it's kind of like a coloring thing. One of those little puzzle deals. You should be able to master it. And take a look. Large swatch of this country said, "Oh no, no Hillary. No, no, no." But that's not what matters to you guys. It's all about the popular vote. Well, like I said, founding fathers knew that you didn't want the major urban areas dictating the politics. And why? Okay, you folks would create a tyrant in a heartbeat. Okay, because it's very simple. You like big government. You need their protection. Okay, you can't do without them. You're caught up in a system that requires it. The rest of us, not so much. Matter of fact, we would like a lot less involvement and a lot smaller government. There you have it. Okay? And our votes do count. See, because the popular vote does not elect a president. It's the popular vote per state that does. So I don't care if you had, 700 million people living in LA. All you're going to get is the electoral votes out of what the state's allotted for the population. So would that maybe give that individual more popular votes? Yeah, very possible. But see, the popular vote isn't what elects the president. It's the Electoral College, based on the number of votes it's allowed per population. Very simple system, but it keeps the smaller states and more rural areas and things of this nature from being totally disenfranchised from the political system. The Founding Fathers did it. One of the primary reasons they did it was to make sure we didn't have a second revolution over it, because they conceived that a disenfranchised population that had no control over the government whatsoever, they would end up starting another revolution. So that's the way the system works. We are a republic. We are not a democracy. Your Founding Fathers didn't like democracies. They thought it was a very bad form of government. And, there you have it. Get over it. And you wouldn't want to mess with that. Okay? It works. Has worked a lot of years. Okay? And you start tampering with it, you may find out you got more than political ramifications coming your way. Because disenfranchised people have a way of getting angry and taking their rights back. Okay? Like I said, don't fool yourself about the popular vote. Okay? Miami's votes went blue, but it wasn't enough to carry the state. So that tells you the majority of the people from the state of Florida said no to Hillary Clinton. All right? So the electoral votes from the state of Florida went to Donald Trump. What's so tough to figure out about that? Okay? Same thing with California. They got all 55. Okay? It's the way it works. And every time you people lose, you never complain when you win. Okay? If Hillary Clinton would have won, there would not have been a word said about the popular vote. It's the way it's worked. It's the way it's designed. It's the way it's supposed to work. We are a republic, and that's the way it works. Don't try to tamper with it. It would not be a good thing. So let's move on. Grow up. Okay. Go find you a safe spot on the college campus, cry your little eyes out, and get it off your chest. And then shut up. If you can't do something constructive and positive, shut up. And all you're being is destructive little turds. And somebody needs to take a good, sturdy piece of oak to you. And that would wake you up. I was watching a video, one more thing on the snowflakes, where they were blocking off some major intersections, blocking traffic. And man, there was 20 police cars out there protecting their butts. The cops should just go away. Just leave them standing out there in the middle of the road with a bunch of irate people wanting to get home because they've had a rough day at work and they don't care about their nonsense. And just let the cops get out of the way. Okay? I know what had happened down here. These snowflakes would turn into biological speed bumps in a heartbeat. These old boys, hey, these old boys with their big jacked up 4-wheel drives love nothing better than to run over stuff. It's their favorite pastime. And if you think they're going to care about your cause, they're not. They're going to run over you, but get out of my way, or I'll run over you. See, and really, like I don't really hate stupid people or snowflakes. Because they're seeming to fall into about the same category at this point. But I've always said, if you did away with all these, like I said, not pushing, hurting stupid people, really stupid people. But if we got rid of all this nonsense product labeling, like the little child with the head in the bucket kind of thing, and got rid of OSHA, just got rid of a bunch of the safety nonsense that has come along, let nature take its course. Yeah, we could improve the IQ of this country just in a matter of a couple of years. Because you know, really, folks, use your head for something other than keep your ears separated. You know, go out and do your own research. Get away from these medias. Get off of that stuff. Get away from it. Second thing, if you ever get an urge to go drop your dog off in the country because you know, ate your favorite couch or whatever, please find a shelter or a uh, rescue or run an ad, whatever. Find the dog a home. Um, don't take it out and dump it in the country. We've got a situation down here right now where I'm kind of making this video and I'm watching a ditch because about evening time, a beautiful little German Shepherd mix, it's all white, comes up. And it has so far killed 6 of my chickens and 2 of my neighbors. I have tried luring it with food where I could get it close enough to get a rope on it to, contain it, so that I could get a shelter, pick it up, take it down to. There's a lady that runs a rescue at about 30 miles from here. But it's so afraid of humans. If it sees you, it runs. And the little thing was starving, and I'm sure that's why it decided to start eating chickens. But it has really hit me pretty hard. And since I cooped my chickens up, it's been after my neighbors. And so I'm watching a ditch, and it's got to stop. Okay? So tonight, if it shows up, it stops. And that is just a shame. And it's going to break my heart to have to do that. Okay? Don't dump your dogs in the country. So many of them end up having to be put down just because stuff like that. They're afraid. They don't know what's happening to them. And then they get desperate because they're hungry. And somebody ends up having to take the dog out. And that's just terrible. Just terrible. But we're kind of out of options. We can't seem to get a hold of it. My chickens have been cooped up for days now, and my egg production has fallen off to zero because, at night, there's dogs coming up and getting around chicken coops and so forth, and the chickens are, freaked. So I'm going to have to deal with it. And I'd like to find out who dumped him out here. I'd put a bullet in their butt because they're the ones that deserve it. But anyway, and I'm not talking about killing them, just around through the cheek of the tush. Hurts a lot, but it's not going to kill you. But I'm going to have to take this dog out. And that's sad. So don't do it. And if you hear of people trying to get rid of animals like that, talk to them a little bit. Say this is not a good way to go. And you can talk to people in rural areas, and all too frequently, that's what ends up happening. They have to end up doing because you got a business here to run. You can't spend your time guarding your animals. My chickens they're losing the greens out here that they normally get to eat. So it's costing me more in feed, and their production's falling off because there's a predator after them, and it's just bad straight across the board. So it's like, okay, that's what I told the wife last night. I said, it's time to end this. I hate doing it, but it's time to end it. So here we are. Okay, so that's if you know somebody that has done that, dropped a dog off in the country, like this over here, Pete, he just dropped by. He's my neighbor's dog. He's a good boy, and wouldn't touch a chicken. Number one, his owner would shoot him if he did. But anyway, good boy. Anyway, let's get on to the part I really want to talk about is Christmas shopping. Yeah, we're going to talk about Christmas shopping. I deal in retail, folks, and this time of year we have little toys and stuff, and everybody thinks it's so neat to go buy some rural stuff to give their kids. And don't get me wrong, there are some people that walk through that door that are just filled with the holiday spirit and happy-go-lucky and just thrilled, with the season. And then there's the others. And I'm sorry to say there's more others than you'd like to admit. Just grumpy, angry. They come through the door ticked off, And it's like, whoa, And for some reason, they think that, I guess they're used to Walmart and places like this. They come into our place and it's like, we're going to verbally abuse the help. No, you're not. Not a doggone one is going to stand there and listen to that nonsense. We'll show you the door, and actually have done that. You need to get on out of here. I'm not going to put up with this. Just because you got up on the wrong side of the bed don't mean it's my problem. So, try to lighten up a little bit. And 9 times out of 10, what you're getting into there, Molly, go on, is you get into a situation, sorry, that dog's been in here bugging me all afternoon, is people are spending more money than they should be, and they know it, and it's got them on edge, and they're tense, and don't do it, folks. Stay within your budget, and don't set a ridiculous budget. You don't need all this nonsense. Try making Christmas this year about time with family and with your kids and friends. Bake homemade cookies and stuff. Don't worry about going out and buying a $50 bottle of wine. Make them fruitcake. Actually, there's a we used to get from our in-laws when they lived in North Carolina. We got they called it a nut cake. It was a fruit cake kind of thing, but it was really mostly nuts. I think they're good, man. I think you can find them out online. Some company up in North Carolina. Good stuff. But yeah, simple things. Keep it simple. Let's get Christ back into Christmas. Okay? Yeah. And if you're not into anything like that, then, take your little happy holidays and move on down the road. You don't want to listen to all that else. But have your kids go through Scripture. Talk about the life of Christ. Really make it about Christ. And spend time with family. I've always thought that if you made Christmas about Christ and taught Scripture to your family and used the season to do that, cover a section of the Bible at every meal leading up to the holiday, things of this nature, then actually you may be putting Christ back into Christmas because you'd be doing His will and sharing His story. Right? If you're going to say Christmas is all about Him, then get about it. Make it a wonderful, warm holiday. It's about love. It's about being together. It's not about how big a gift you got. Okay? And if that's what it's about to your family, then you need to start fixing that, folks. Okay? You need to start fixing that. Because that's going to be the downfall of your children. Get away from commercialism. Get away from nonsense. Make it about Christ and family and love and good times. Lots of eggnog, lots of Christmas cookies and good meals. It shouldn't just be one day. Start a week in advance of making things special. All that. Make your holidays about your family and your friends. And you'll find that your stress levels go down. And if you can't afford more than $100 for Christmas, then spend $100 and not worry about it. Because if you make it about love, and if you make it about friends and family, um, they'll be happy with what you give. Okay, especially if it's something made with your hands and your heart. It's important. Let's stop this commercial nonsense. I see too many people just pulling themselves apart at the seams over it, and there's no good reason for it. There really isn't. So make this Christmas about Christ, about your family, and about your friends. And you guys have a terrific holiday season. And if you're running around trying to buy out every store and stressed out and worried about the bills and all that kind of stuff, stop it. It's not that important, folks. What's important is your family. With that in mind, and that's a little cheerier note, make it a good holiday season, an old-fashioned Christmas. Okay? Make it an old-fashioned Christmas. It wasn't about the presents back then, folks. It was about the family. It was about the time together. It was about those special things. Make some special treats, things of that nature. You'll find that those will be the Christmases that they'll be talking about. Not the ones where they got the, big PlayStations or whatever. And you don't want them on them things anyway. God bless you. Love you guys and appreciate you. And I hope you're gearing up for a wonderful holiday season. But keep it simple and keep it affordable. Don't get stressed out. Because then you end up having a miserable holiday. That is not what Christ would want you to do. Put Christ in the holiday and have a good time. Okay? And quit getting carried away. Seriously, quit getting carried away. It's not about how much money you have. It's how much love you have in that heart for your family and friends. If you show that, they'll get the message. Okay. So, leading into the holiday season, happy holidays to you folks from Tennessee Homestead, and we hope you're having a wonderful time. And kind of think about a few of the things I threw out there. Ignore the snowflakes. That was just me venting. But hope some of them listened. Take care of your animals. Don't make them someone else's problems. And take care of your family. And have a very, very happy holiday season. Take care.